Come with me for a leisurely stroll around the Half Moon Bay Farmers Market. This was a lovely Saturday morning, and this farmers market does take place every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The first booth that you'll come across is their little welcome/information booth. And over here to the left, I'll show it better here, is a pupusa stand, and they are so good. We've gotten them in the past. And then there's a little clean energy booth. And then you come over here, and there is a vendor selling homemade dog treats and homemade dog food. I've gotten some of those in the past for my dogs, and they loved them. And then once you start heading this way, this is one of our favorite booths. This bread stand is one of the main reasons that we keep coming back to this farmers market. Every single time that we come here, we end up buying a few things from this stand. They have these bags of pastries that come with 2 to 3 pastries per bag, depending on what kind you get, and they are $10 per bag. And then once you start heading this way, they have scones, they have loaves, they have all kinds of things. It is bread galore here. There are focaccia breads and more loaves and more rolls. And every single time that we come here, we buy a loaf of this roasted garlic bread. This here. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Absolutely divine. And they have more bread galore. So we ended up getting that loaf of bread. And then we also got some of this pesto focaccia. And I also bought a bag of chocolate croissants. It came with 2, and oh my god, they were so good. Right next door was a pasta stand that we did end up passing by initially, but then we ended up coming back to, and I'll show you it at the end. And then there's this little library stand. There's another place doing some baked goods. Some of their stuff looked pretty good, but there's a big bake shop here that we always end up buying stuff from. One day I'll have to try this guy's stuff. It does look pretty good. Right next door, they have some stuffed flatbreads and some dips, and we have gotten these before too, and they are very good. We like the spinach stuffed one, and then they have like a yogurt dip and a cilantro or basil based dip. So good. And then there was this stand with these empanadas, and oh my gosh, if we didn't already have plans for lunch this day, I would have gotten some of these, and I'll definitely get some next time because they looked and smelled divine. Right next door was the first of many farm stands. They have all these cute flowers plus a ton of fruits and vegetables. Go around this guy so you can see some more. All kinds of different varieties of things for you to choose from. And then across the way is the bake stand that we always end up buying all kinds of stuff from. There is so much stuff all the way down this line. It is really hard to properly show all of it to you, but we did get one of those potato gratins in the corner there, and they have all kinds of other savory food options as well. The potato gratin was okay. We will be trying more of the savory foods next time, but their pastries always hit. They're always so good. I got a raspberry tart, and I don't quite remember what Sean ended up getting because we ate that stuff so fast. But yeah, they have all kinds of things here. Absolutely love. This is another one of the farm stands, and all of the farm stands here have fruit tasting sections, so you can taste the fruit before you buy it. And then this was an olive oil and olive stand, and that is the name of her company. I almost forgot to show it. And then once you come next door, this was a tea stand. She makes her own tea blends. Very cute. Next door here is a bao bun stand. They had all kinds of different choices. Here is one view of the menu, and then I'll show you another. Here's another view of the menu. Pause to look if you are interested. And Then there was another farm stand. This is our favorite. This is where we always buy our strawberries from. There are many strawberry sellers here, but this is where we always buy our strawberries from. Like I said, all the fruit vendors usually have these spots where you can taste the fruit before you buy it. And these people's strawberries are the sweetest and the best, and they have really good prices too. We ended up buying one of these packs of 3 baskets of strawberries for $15. That's ours bagged up right there. Look at how good they look. They are so perfectly red. And then this is another farm stand. So many fruits, so many vegetables, so many tasting places. And then this is some nuts and dried fruit. The area that we live is known for a lot of nut trees and stuff, so that is that. And then there was another bake stand with a bunch of breads and some pastries. And then this was a blueberry stand. Look at all those blueberries. So many. And then there was a live entertainment booth that wasn't quite set up yet by the time we got there. And then the lady at this booth was selling eggs. She was giving like a presentation on the eggs to a bunch of people. So I just kind of came over to the corner and looked. And then this was another farm stand. So many different things that you can get, and there are really good deals here too. This lady also sells mushrooms, which is what's in those bags. This guy sells corn, lots of corn. Over here are some pretty flower bouquets. And at the same booth, they have these vegetables here. More flowers and more vegetables. So cute. And then more blueberries. This guy also sells blueberries. So many. This lady was the sweetest. She sells these dark chocolate truffles, and she has a bunch of different flavors. If you come by, stop by and say hi to her. She was so sweet, and she let me try these samples of them. I wasn't in the market for dark chocolate at the time, but I definitely would go back and get some. And then across the way, there's more beans. And then there's these English peas, whole bunch of dried beans. Look at those giant fava beans. And then snap peas. There was a vendor selling some fish here. I've never bought anything from him because I'm not really a fish person, but if you are a fish person, he has some. And then there was another strawberry vendor. I have never bought anything from these strawberry people because we always end up buying from the other one, but theirs are good too. They're just not the same. And then there is this honey vendor. She was really nice too. She has all kinds of different honey, and she also has whipped honey over there on the little wooden stand. Super cute. And then across the way is another farm stand with lots of herbs, lots of garlic. And then I thought that this zucchini was interestingly shaped. I've never seen round zucchini before, so that's why I zoomed in on that. They had all kinds of different things to choose from. So many different vegetables. And then this guy was selling beans and Brussels sprouts and all kinds of things, peas, so many things. And then my favorite stand is this flower stand. Look at how gorgeous these flowers are. And then look at the size of the bunches he's picking up. Each of these bunches are only $8. All of the flowers per bunch is only $8. That is absolutely insane for these beautiful, gorgeous flowers. I cannot believe it. I'm always in awe when I come here. This is the business name. It's Coastside Farm. And then as promised, we did end up coming back to the pasta table. Pause to read the menus if you're interested. We did end up getting some of the golden potato gnocchi, some of the leeks and potato ravioli, and then one of their dinner specials, which is on the yellow paper on the table. It's the truffle gnocchi and truffle sauce. And then with purchase, we got a marinara sauce for free. Absolutely loved everything we bought here. And so that was our trip to the Half Moon Bay Farmers Market. If you guys are interested in following them, this is their social media information. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.